Hey everybody, Ryan Skaggs here. I know I said I was going to take a break from content until Monday, but I felt extremely led to talk about this one. It's been on my mind for hours now, so I feel it necessary to do a TikTok on it. This is a TikTok for CP Talk or any parent that has a child with a neuromuscular disability. Hey Mom, hey Dad, I just wanted to let you know you're doing great. You are doing the best you can for your child. You are doing everything that you know how to do, and you are doing everything for your child, and you're doing it the right way. People may tell you you're not doing the right thing and that you need to do this, that, or the other, but you, as the parent, are doing the right thing. You have to make those hard decisions sometimes for your kids. And for the young ones, that's very, very hard when you have to make the tough decision to possibly have your child undergo surgery or have your child undergo difficult treatment. Because trust me, I know from 35 years of experience with this that even sometimes the bare minimum of physical therapy, depending on how deteriorated your condition is very hard. But you're doing the right thing no matter what choice you make. But if you really are making those tough decisions for your kids to get them in physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy if they need it, whatever, you're making the tough decisions and you're doing the right thing. If you are trying to do things at home without doing that, because of the way the medical system works these days, you're doing the right thing. Always just make sure to confer with a professional before you go into doing that home exercise program for your child. But you're doing the right thing. If you are, if you're putting your kids through what some people would consider unorthodox therapies, like what I used to take when I used to go to horseback riding and things like that, trust me, if you're not sure whether it works, trust me when I tell you it works, and you're doing the right thing. If you know of something that needs to be worked on, but you don't know how to work on it, confer with a medical professional before you do it. Or confer with a medical professional on how to help it. But please understand that you're making the right decision no matter what choice you make. Because making the hard choices now, particularly for the really young kids with CP, equates to better things later in life. If your child with CP has something they want to do, and particularly if they're very young, 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, find somebody that's willing to help you learn kind of the fundamentals of the job and work on that. Confer with a medical professional, a physical therapist, occupational therapist, somebody to help you teach your child how to do what they would like to do later in life. Now that may change depending on the age of the child, but trust me, anything you do therapeutically is the right thing. And there will be people, if you're doing things like teaching your child how to cook, that'll say, well, your child doesn't need to know how to cook. They're going to need to know how to cook later in life. So you, as the parent, are doing the right thing. They're going to have to learn how to cook at some point, because eventually your hope as a parent, I'm sure, whether or not you'll say it, is that your kid is able to live alone, or able to live as independent of a life as possible. And at a young age, and even up until 10 or so, you're able to affect that as much as you can. A lot of times the way you affect it is treatment and surgery. If you're up in the air about a specific surgery, do research on it. And no matter what choice you make, you're doing the right thing. whether you choose to let your child have the surgery or not, you're doing the right thing, because you have to do the right thing for you, and you have to do the right thing for your child. But if you're up in the air about the surgery and you're worried that your child will be in pain, it's easier for your child to be in pain now at a young age than for your child to be in pain the rest of their life up until their 30s and 40s. I'm 35. My mother made a lot of difficult decisions for me as a child, and I'm able to live on my own as much as I can. And I'm in pain now, but that's more arthritis than anything else. But whatever decision you make as far as how you work with your child, what treatment plan you take, you're doing the right thing. A lot of times medical professionals will tell you from a very young age that they need to have surgery going 6, 7, 8 years old. And it's okay as a parent if you say, we're not doing surgery yet. You got to give other treatments time to work. Sometimes those treatments work. Sometimes those treatments are a Band-Aid. But you're doing the right thing no matter what choice you make. To those parents that have children with CP and other neurological diseases, hit about 10 or 12 years old, and they've been treating this and fighting this their entire life from diagnosis to now, if your child wants to take a break, that's okay. The worst thing you can do is force them to do it. Because one, they don't see the value of the treatment plan. And two, they're just burnt out. They get burnt out like you do. I will tell you from experience, I drove an hour from my school to the place I took therapy, and then an hour home 3 days a week for a lot of years, and that causes a lot of burnout. So please, if your child says, hey, I want to take a break from this, and I want to do, say, they want to be the statistician for the basketball team, let them do it. Let them do it for 3, 6, even 3 months, 6 months, even a year. And eventually, they're going to come back to the point when they start to notice that they're sliding backward, that they realize that they've got to go back. And I'm not going to say it works in all cases, but I'm going to tell you it works in the vast majority of cases. When they go back, they work harder and more feverishly. But again, no matter what decision you make, you're making the right decision. And you're being the best parent you know how to be. Y'all have a great night. Stay blessed. If you can be anything in the world, always be kind. And if any parents with children with neuromuscular diseases or CP need help, or just need somebody to talk to or vent to, or somebody to figure out how to speak to a doctor about an unorthodox treatment, y'all feel free to reach out to me. The DMs are open. Y'all have a great night. Stay blessed. If you can be anything in the world, always be kind, and I will talk to you soon.